All right, we're live tonight. Something a little bit different tonight. We're going to start off the show with a quick moment of silence. I notice Chris isn't here right now. His family had a loss over the weekend. His stepdad, Larry, passed away. So we're going to do a quick moment of silence for Chris's family, for his stepdad, Larry, and then we're going to get on with the show.
Well, round two. How are we doing, everybody? Tonight, we've got the voice of Live a Little Entertainment, Keny Eggleston, up there in the corner. And then in the bottom corner, we got the owner of Thain Motorsports, Thain, and the wonderful, wonderful sled operator, Wendell Pitcher. Watch out for him. He is a freaking prankster.
Man.
How are we doing tonight, gentlemen?
I think he's kissing a little bit of ass there, Wendell.
Yeah, he must be.
He's hoping not to become a target, is what
Right.
he's doing.
No, that's too late. That's too late. I think if you're breathing, we're a target for Wendell.
Back, I gotta go. I just gotta go win more.
Right. I'm afraid if I dish it back, it's just going to get worse for me.
It does.
It does.
Just ignore him.
Yeah, exactly.
I never screw with Wendell.
Nope, I agree.
Back tenfold.
Yep. Right on. So this year, Ryan, I always thought it was kind of funny. We keep laughing about, you're going to ease into this whole truck pulling and sled pulling thing. And you did a couple last year, and you've got a full schedule this year. What happened there, bud? Yeah, that one.
Yeah, and a lot of these is all thanks to the Live a Little crew too. We had half a dozen other ones lined up, and then Skyler started calling me and saying, "Hey, this one's booked, this one's booked, this one's booked." I'm like, I'm just not even gonna look anymore. We're good.
We're good. Yeah. Right on. Yeah, since this is your side job, not your normal job.
Right. Got to have another job to pay for this job.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Like all of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keith's like,
Oh.
Oh, man. So what's your guys' next stop, Brian?
Blackfoot, Idaho for the Eastern Idaho State Fair with Live a Little.
Right on.
The Sunday Labor Day weekend. I think it's on the 1st.
I think so, yeah.
So, and then we head straight out from Blackfoot Monday morning and head for Sublimity for the next weekend for the 2 days out there. Turn around back to Weekend on the Edge in Ogden, Utah the next weekend.
Jeez. It's travel time.
It's going to be a busy September.
Yeah, no kidding. Right on. Very good. Oh, look at that.
So cool.
That's pretty right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got one of them for every class, for the winner of every class. So we got a dozen of those sitting here ready to go.
That is awesome.
Hopefully people will come from far away and try to chase some of those. So
right. Very good.
I think that's a brilliant idea right there. That was super cool when you started talking about that one night, and I was just like, dude, now we're talking.
Right. Right.
It's something about a buckle. A buckle is always and some events have rings, bigger events have rings and stuff like that, but I still think the buckle is the ultimate.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Yep.
You can go and win a buckle somewhere.
I don't think they've been seen for a while, have they? In pulling, at least not that I've seen.
Not that I remember.
I only know of one event that's on the West Coast out here is Yerington, Nevada, that gives a buckle to every winner, which
That's cool.
I don't think Jason ever collected this.
Yeah, see, I didn't
He
get
never.
one.
Yeah.
You better get to Ogden, Gish, and you can.
Right,
Yeah, there you go.
Jesus.
You got a chance, buddy.
Hey, I
Oh,
tried
man.
talking him into it the other day.
Yeah. Nah, we got a lot closer pulls that weekend instead of that one. That's a long ways over there.
Hey, I'm driving up there. You can just follow me back here.
There you
Oh,
go.
okay, sounds good. Sounds good. No, we get
I use the old saying, "You go, we go."
that right.
Well, if it's all right with If it's all
That's
right
the
with you
same.
guys, really quick, Skylar wanted me to make sure and impress upon everybody watching that just a huge amount of gratitude to everybody that came and pulled with us in Coeur d'Alene last weekend. I can't remember how much more fun I've had at a show. Like, it was just super cool. And he just wanted to make sure, he's like, please express as much gratitude as you can. And obviously Blackfoot, once again, is a invitational deal, and he said it is full. So we're full there, but looking forward to it. But man, Coeur d'Alene it was a hoot.
That was fun.
It looked like it was a lot of fun.
That turned out really well. That was an awesome show.
Moved quick. There was a little bit of panic, for lack of a better term, behind the scenes, but I don't think anybody in the grandstands knew, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get invited back there. So if you're wanting to come, like, reach out.
Yeah. Well, and you were talking about, Keny, it's been a while since you guys have done, truck pulls, or you've been announcing truck pulls. You had to like pace yourself and kind of get yourself back in the groove of truck pulls versus monster trucks, and not quite as fast paced, more talking.
Exactly. It's funny because there's just so many, like, one of the things that I love about the pulls, and I got to do again, like, I'd almost forgot about it because Blackfoot, a lot of the same iron shows up year after year. And I kind of sort of have the backstory, and I do go out and socialize a little bit. But back in the day when Ryan's brother got me into the sport of pulling, like, I wanted to know everything about everybody that I could. So I would wind up going and I'd get there as early as I could, because back then this wasn't my full-time job. So I'd get there as early as I could and just wander the pits and talk to everybody and figure out, who they were, what they changed, what happened from last week to this week. And I got an opportunity to fall back into that again at Coeur d'Alene. And because there was people there I didn't know, like, we invited some rigs like Reedies that I didn't know. I knew a little bit of history on them and stuff like that. And it's funny because Tommy already reached out. He called me, like, I don't know who gave him my number, but he called me and he goes, "Hey, I hear you airbrush. I need to paint the grill and everything on my truck."
Wow.
And I'm like, maybe in December.
Yeah.
That's probably the soonest I could get to that. But it was super cool. It was pretty nostalgic for me going back. And then obviously having Ryan and Wendell there too, because they are a huge part. And we wouldn't be able to put on the show that we're promising, like Ryan was talking about, without their support. Like, we didn't have the faith in anybody to go to these fair conventions and everything and go, you want this show and you want it, like, yeah, we're going to break the mold of a pull.
Yeah.
We're not going for 4, 5, 6 hours. They need it to be within a 2-hour time period, and we need to get people back on the midway. And the only reason we have the confidence to do that is because of Ryan and Wendell. So with Thain Motorsports, and it was just fun. Like, I monster trucks are kind of nice, but like you say, I go full bore for about 90 minutes. We're aiming for that 90-minute to 2-hour show, but the trucks are taking up a lot of that time that I talk, and I forget that when the puller's on the track, I got a story about them. I want to get as much in about the classes I can, which I realize now that my education on that is lacking. but talking about the sled and how it works and explaining like building fans by educating them as much as possible, which we have to do in the West. And anybody watching from the Midwest, like, you don't understand what I'm talking about, but I always ask how many of you is this your first pull? And overwhelmingly it's it's a huge number out here in the Western US. So but yeah, no, I just had an absolute blast, and I'm looking forward to Blackfoot and Weekend on the Edge, returning there after, holy smokes, I don't remember. I think the last time I did Weekend on the Edge is when you took me for a ride.
Wow, really?
I am pretty sure that was the last time.
Wow.
So
that was
years.
That was fun.
Yeah,
That was in the other stadium too.
Yep.
Really?
Big day. So I'm looking forward to getting back to that too.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, Keny studies into this stuff so hard and can just knock a show out of the park. You know? He knows every driver. Even if he only met him 5 minutes ago, he can tell you 5 minutes worth of stuff that I don't know how he got it in the few seconds he talks to that driver, and he's just phenomenal at everything he does.
Sometimes I make it up, so you got to beware.
Well, and here's another thing, and this happened in Coeur d'Alene, was, there's always the beef about the crowd don't understand when this smoker tractor only goes 10 feet more than this stock diesel.
Right.
And Keny can get in there and he explains all the math of these sleds and how they work. And so then, we are going to stop every truck around 300 feet.
Right.
So,
Well, the same thing is like, when you get done running all of us pro mods and stuff, and then you go out and put a whole bunch of weight in for the two-wheelers, and then sometimes the two-wheelers don't go as far as us. So the crowd's going, I don't get this. But yeah, like you said, Keny can explain that, how the sled is changing and the reason why it's, two-wheelers aren't going as far as us is because, this is why it's going on, or this is why they're putting the weight in, and then they change the gearing. And yeah, it's good how he can explain that, because it is confusing. You're sitting up there. It's like, well, I thought these guys have big blower motors. Why aren't they going this far? Well, yeah. So it's good.
Thank you. And I'm way too uncomfortable with how much about me this has turned into. So let's talk about other people that are on the screen here.
I was gonna put in there too, Keny. That's the nail on the head right there. You got an announcer like you that gets in there and gets in tune with what's going on the track, and can go by the fly of see their pants too, and then also getting the knowledge, getting the history. Talking about individuals and stuff like that. It puts that crowd almost like they're sitting on the track.
Yeah.
Well, the selfish part of that is probably one of the most fun parts of the event for me. Like we changed things up a little bit, and we went down and introduced all the drivers that were going to be there this weekend. And that is the uncomfortable part for me, not because I don't want to screw something up. I don't want to forget somebody, but then the pressure's on me at that point in time. But going out in the pits and shooting the breeze and getting to meet new people, that's the easiest part of my job. And it's so crazy. Well, and even it's funny because you came up to me and you go, the driver intros were cool and everything like that, but you forgot, you didn't say anything about you. And I'm like, well, it sounds like a prima donna. I'm like, or a martyr, but I'm like, well, that's never been what I'm here for. But then I started thinking about it after you said that. And so Saturday night, I was like, well, maybe I should introduce myself as just like the tour guy, like that.
Absolutely.
Completely forgot. And that's okay because Friday, I for some reason thought I forgot to introduce Dave Vienendahl, and I was asking everybody, I'm like, did I forget Dave? Because I don't remember doing Dave, but it was also 25 by the time we got our staff done. I went through 30 names,
right?
And so I was just like, did I? Yeah. Anyway.
Well, and I think an announcer can make or break a show, especially in truck pulls when there is the downtime. There's a lot of downtime, and if you just got a guy sitting up and saying, "Oh, this is John Bohr in Code 3. He's been pulling for 25 years," and and just And he's
We
going
got
down the
like
track.
that,
It's just that will kill a show, and it's all about your, how enthusiastic you are. And if you got, I mean, I couldn't do it. I can't hardly make it through what I'm trying to say right now without stumbling my words. So, I mean, I don't know how you do it. So, I mean, it's impressive. And like I said, there's a lot of downtime, and an announcer can just bore the heck out of you, or like you, and you keep the show going,
Hey, don't let Jason sell himself short. He can't even get through a drive-through.
Oh,
Drive-through.
Drive-through?
What?
Yeah, drive-through. He can't get an order out without stumbling on his words.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, but the thing about it is too, though, is the thing that helps me do my job is everybody that's like, if something goes wrong, like that's my time to do what I do. But if the sled breaks, if there's an issue there, or if like we watched everybody gather around Terry Morton this weekend with special delivery, like everybody's over there helping, like it's everybody, it's a team effort. And and there's as we've seen in the sport, and whoever's watching this, like we're about making this fully everybody, and that's where the sport needs to go, or it will ultimately, like if you look at I've seen associations, whether it was rodeo, okay, I'm not going to publicly list associations that I've seen get something dead because of people only looking out for their own interests and stuff like that. And the funny part about it is it's like, well, I got cheated here, I got screwed over here. And again, I'm not just talking about pulling, but a lot of stuff that I've seen, like when it's only your interest that counts, like if you go into it as that, it's a death sentence. Like that's going to end it right there. It needs to be everybody, like pulling always has been too, though. Like we've always seen, like, even if it's somebody that not really anybody is happy to see show up, like if they need help, they get help. And we see that all the time. We see it in monster trucks. We see it everywhere else. But again, that's where I get to be part of the team, though. Is something's done wrong, I'm going to try to preserve it.
In motorsports with pulling and, like you said, monster trucks, stuff like that, the whole aspect is a team. I mean, all the way from the promoter, track crew, to the sled, to the pullers themselves. It's all a team effort. It's 100%. The announcers, everything. We're all on the same team. We're all trying to achieve the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
We lost John again.
He'll be back.
It happens. It's fun.
But the thing about it too is, so again, like the imagination that Ryan has, he's going to step into it a little bit at a time and everything. And as soon as we knew we had that foundation to stand on with him and Wendell as a team, I mean, they're unstoppable. And that's the thing as a sled operator. Like I know that both of you, Wendell's running his own business, but I don't, still gets his customers taken care of. But also, like, if the sled needs to be fixed, like they're on it. Like the countless hours that nobody ever sees, nobody in the grandstand sees, and in a lot of cases, people behind the wheel never see. Just to make that commitment to, like, we promise we're going to be here, we're going to do everything we can to make it happen.
Yeah,
and they're not doing any talking.
And we had a show not too long ago. We had a show not too long ago that was a perfect example of that. Was the people don't see behind the scenes of the thrashing and everything else to be able to go and put on these events, just like with Jason here and Chris, both, one night, we were having a show and they're on for 5 minutes and gone because they're trying to get rear ends done, trying to get motors back in and everything else to be able to come and put on a show for everybody.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody sees the time in the shop.
No.
We've been pretty blessed this year with that too. We spent a lot of time over the winter, did a lot of work, and we've been lucky enough to several of these shows. It's standard maintenance that the sled doesn't even have to come home. We get somewhere close to the next show because we're in Utah. Majority of our shows are in Idaho, to where it's up to BD Oils right now, ready to head for Blackfoot. And so we've been blessed that way this year. It's been pretty solid.
Well, and not to like, this was incredible too, because for the first time in 37 years, we hooked Bigfoot to a sled, and it was that sled twice. And that is the perfect blending of where a lot of these industries got started and everything, crossing over with the monster trucks, and it was wild. Like, we kind of started doing some things that are bringing it back to the heydays, and again, it takes imagination, like, and doing things different.
Full circle.
Yep.
You know, because it used to be truck pulls and monster trucks, which was at the time was Bigfoot, and Bigfoot come out and do an exhibition, and then you had mud bogs, and it was all a combined effort, and it's full circle with you guys having a bunch of those types of shows.
Mm-hmm.
It was a super cool thing to do for one thing in the Western United States. Didn't happen in the Midwest somewhere. Not taking anything away from the Midwest, because we love those people very much, but like the Western, like, even I don't think it ever even happened in California, the Bigfoot hooked to a sled, or they hooked a monster truck to a sled for an exhibition or anything like that. And to be able to bring that nostalgia back, and it was, in a sense, it was also kind of a period correct sled that we did it to. Like, it was probably a Bauer sled that the Bigfoot hooked onto of that era. Like, it's, I don't know. There's a whole heck of a lot about that. And if you haven't seen it, check out the Bigfoot 4x4x4 on Instagram, or
I'll post it up on West Coast tonight. Post it up there. I can't get it on there right now, but I'll post it up there tonight. That's what you sent me, wasn't it? Right?
Yeah, I just sent it to John in the video. So
that's cool. Yeah, that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that was pretty fun to do. There was a lot of attention came from that. And yeah, like Keny says, this happened in Tremont, Utah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Then we got to do it again in Idaho Falls too. That was, honestly, that was probably some of the most fun I've had at a monster truck show, even pulling back into it, which we had never even done before. Like, we did a segment of pulls at our two biggest shows that we do. At monster truck shows, and for our 10-year anniversary, like, changing things up, and it was epic. Like, I don't know how I'll ever replace that. I don't want to.
Well, as a kid growing up, man, every truck pull, there's monster trucks after the truck pull. And I don't know why that ever went away. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, I mean, I remember as a kid, sitting in the wheels of Bigfoot and sitting in the wheels of Cartus Giant down Southern Oregon, and yeah, it was always a truck pull, and then they brought cars out and crushed cars the rest of the night.
Yep.
Or when Strode's brought out Megasaurus, and it was Megasaurus was out there with Bigfoot and stuff, and so.
Yeah, and just here a while back, I know Brian Massetti had posted a couple pictures of him and Kevin and his brother Steven and stuff in a chair on the front of Bigfoot 5 show.
That's so
out
cool.
here, like Anaheim or Oakland or one of these where TNT used to come and do, or USHRA used to come out and do them, and they'd have Bigfoot 5 out there.
Yeah.
There's always something.
Yep. Yeah.
Hopefully those guys are watching too right now, because I just want to tell them I miss them so bad.
Yep.
I haven't seen them in I don't know how long. It's been forever. Love the Massettis. Good people.
Yes, they are.
But yeah, so there's always there's a lot of history that goes back to the mid to late 80s, and with the shows, combined shows like that. And the sad thing is a lot of trucks on both sides, on the puller side and on the monster truck side, are long gone.
Yep.
But some of them are still around. Just like Keny, you're talking about Reed with he got prosecutor now. That was trucks that ran around with
oh yeah,
monster trucks.
Mm-hmm.
And that one there, actually, a little funny story on that is the prosecutor's body with the judge's chassis.
Oh, I didn't realize it. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I helped him put that on there. That's actually the judge's chassis with the prosecutor's body.
Really?
So, that's a little bit of history there that those two trucks combined, the judge and the prosecutor, and like Wild Hare, the original Wild Hare, which is in my shop, even my brother's truck, Third Dimension, and all those trucks, they all traveled with Bigfoot and Gravedigger and
right.
Put on these shows in Anaheim,
Salt
Palace, all these big shows back in the day.
Yeah.
Golly.
I remember I remember going to a few of those. I remember like being parked in a parking lot, or we were waiting to be able to get in the pits, and we had of course mailings, and then it had what was it called, battle tracks, Bigfoot battle tracks, and then Bigfoot, and all the other bigger tractors and all the other pullers and stuff parked in there. And I remember that as a kid, just battle tracks was awesome. I thought the tracks ones were amazing. One of my favorites. But yeah, like you said, following Bigfoot around and Gravedigger and all that stuff, that was fun as a kid.
For sure. Yeah. And those guys have all been at Sublimity. Well, I'm sure they've had to have had a foot at Sublimity, right?
I'm sure. I know Dennis has been there. Dennis Anderson's been there.
No, we know that.
But I'm not sure. I don't know about it. I assume Bigfoot's been there, but I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
But yeah, you just go back in these old videos, and you go on YouTube and start watching all these old, like Pulling Reference puts up all these old videos of, Anaheim, and it goes all the way back to Silverdome and everything else, and it's all pullers and monster trucks.
Yep.
And mud boggers. And that's it. That's all they do.
Well, and I mean, we've diagnosed this a little bit, and we've talked about it. Like, I think the division that happened, not necessarily a division per se, but where the monster trucks went down one road, where everybody else went down the other. I was just looking at the comment there. That's Brad.
Yeah.
But it was the personalities. Like, and that's what, I don't know if you guys picked up in the driver's meeting, what we were trying to convey a little bit is we're here to have fun. We're here to be a personality. Like, we're going to push you guys out of your comfort zone a little bit. We're here to put on a show. Yes, it's a pull, but we're here to put on a show. And if you're not here to have fun, then just put it back on the trailer. Like, cause that's, we got to make it fun. Right. It has to be. And, this is what we're really latching onto right now is it is about the fans. It's not about an individual driver. It's not about damn sure not about the announcer. It's not about the sled or anything. It's easy to start getting selfish.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yep.
And go, well, this sucks. This is about me. But Skyler, I mean, Katie grenaded a motor and everything like that. But the most important part of his night, he trusted his team to keep it going, and I can't say enough praises about him, but like that's what and I'm not at liberty to say what it was, but as a result of us, like, we tried something very different in the little town of Evanston, Wyoming, and it produced fruit today on a level that we can't even get our head around, which someday we'll be happy to announce. But it was just a huge deal, and it's because we sat around for a minute of how do we engage with the fans better. Not a minute. It was turned into about an hour and a half. It's like, okay, we're going to take 30 minutes. We're going to do this. We're going to figure out how to engage with the fans, how to make it about the fans, what do we do different tonight? And we did 4 things that put us all way out of our comfort zone. And then something else happened that, again, I just can't. It was a thing that we didn't see come. It came out of left field about 3 hours ago. So long story short, like that's what we're doing. And I think pulling kind of needs that. And I also get that in the Midwest and in other places and everything like that are doing a regular pull, but just getting the opportunity to do shows for fairs and making it a show and showing the personality of the person behind the wheel, or even the guy that's turning the wrenches that might not even be driving the thing. That's the turn that Monster Trucks made that put them on that bigger stage. And we want to do that with Poland. Bad. Real bad.
And that's one of the big things that's hard to convey to a lot of people is, yes, it is a competition.
Right? Yeah. Oh yeah.
We're out there to compete, but it's also a show. And if the crowd's not there, the competition's not there.
Right.
You got to put the fans in order to have the competition. Keep the crowds happy. Do what you got to do to entertain them. Keep them coming back. And behind the scenes, and you guys are all competing. It's all a competition. But it's got to be a show too.
And it's legit. But if you're the only one in your class and you're going to get paid anyway, we might ask you to do something effed up. Because we're going to put on a show. So, yeah. No, it's cool. I'm invigorated, honestly, after Coeur d'Alene, and looking forward to Blackfoot and Kennewick and all the places. But I'm just bummed I haven't been home in a month, so I'm going to be at home for Sublimity.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I thought about hitching on to Wendell and Ryan because we're all going the same places. I was like, well, maybe I just show up.
I mean, you might as well.
It wouldn't be the first time you put your motorcycle on a sled.
Oh, dear. Yeah. Gonna bring that up, aren't you?
More that you rode with me to a pole.
What's that?
For you, Keny.
More that you rode with me to a pole.
Yeah, that's true. Oh dear, yeah. No, there's a lot of stories we can unpack here. I don't know how much time we got. 30 minutes in. Yeah.
Speaking of Coeur d'Alene, Ryan sent me some videos here. We'll play a couple of them. Surprisingly enough, the same red truck always pops up in some of these videos.
Huh.
Did I hear a little whoa, 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 whoa?
Our truck will do that on a speed sled, and that's when it's hooked. It'll start doing that little woo.
I thought maybe you're doing this.
Yeah, no, it'll do that. It's when it's really hooked up, and I've seen it. I've heard it a couple times on. Well, I heard it first time I heard it was in Grants Pass on the Live a Little sled, and then it did it on Massetti's sled in Gardnerville, like the first year we came out there. And then it's done it on Ryan's sled now. And it's those speed sleds. And when it gets hooked up and that right speed, it just, I don't know if it's our tire pressure or what it is, but it is hooked to the ground and moving.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's neat.
Tyler just chimed in. He's actually upstairs.
Perfect.
Full boogie tilt. We should invite him down if he's
heck yeah, get him on there. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we got room.
Heck
Come
yeah.
down, Tyler. Tyler! Come down here. He's in his room over there. If you guys haven't met this guy, he brought my game to a whole nother level. With over 19 million views on TikTok and other social media.
It's 20 now.
20 million. All right.
What's going on, guys?
Pull up a chair.
Huh?
I don't know how.
Where did you get this chair?
This one?
Yeah.
Well, it was here.
Did you fabricate it yourself?
I went the wrong. Okay,
Wow,
we got to turn. Hey.
What's up, buddy?
Like you are.
What's going on, boys?
Not much.
Bringing your game to a whole nother level. Like jumping on with this guy was this is what it's all about. Well, Tilly, Ryan, it was funny because we did that Pulling Grace last year.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, we did a few of our bits up there at a pull, and he's kind of like, for lack of a better term, it's kind of the rodeo clown relationship.
He just calls you a clown. Tyler, he calls you a clown.
He offers that up quite a bit. We have to, try to. It's much more than that. But I'm not so sure he's not my son to be.
Yeah,
Keny has a small little man crush on Tyler, slightly.
Yeah,
that's fair.
I'm a huge fan.
It goes both ways.
But
did I hear you're coming to Sublimity?
No.
Are we? No?
Yes, he is. Yep.
Well, I mean, look.
Yeah, he's riding with me.
It's true.
Yeah.
So those of you that don't know Tyler but have been to Sublimity, like he's been a part of that since what?
I don't know. I've lived there for 20 years.
Well, there's that. He's 27.
28.
Eight.
Come
I
on
forgot
now.
he had a birthday.
I just turned 28.
Got
I'm
two
the baby.
kids.
Yeah. Yeah,
Both-
you need to come to Sublimity. You just
both
park in
the
front of
same
my
age.
house.
Yeah.
Or in the pits. That's where
Or
you're
in the
gonna
pits with everyone that would welcome you. Yeah.
It was funny because I told Dave, I says, well, I would, but I'm sure they're sold out now because I heard they're capping the attendance this year. And he's like,
We
that's
can see
not a problem. I'm like, oh, you know someone?
Yeah. Yeah.
He goes, I'm the someone. I'm like, I know.
We'll get on the back gate. It's all dummy locked anyway. We'll be all
It's
right.
very
Yeah,
tempting. We've been teasing that since like January, I think.
As soon as the tour started, we're like,
Yeah.
you're coming to
'Cause
Sublimity, right?
Brittany's never been, and she is chomping at the bit to go.
Yeah.
I got the weekend off. So you can have the weekend off too.
Yeah.
I do, and
Right.
it'd be
If-
weird to sleep in my own bed, I guess, with my girlfriend. But
If you two end up in Sublimity, we're going to go get with Scott, and you guys are going to get busy on the track.
Yes.
You're probably going to be working.
Yes.
we will be the coolest flaggers you've ever seen.
I've already
Yeah.
got roped in. I already got roped in by Scott to judge the monster truck portion. So that's enough for me. That's enough for me.
No, seriously though, for anybody listening, if you haven't seen these guys at a show together,
Oh,
they are a hoot.
they are. Yeah. That's one way of putting it. Yeah.
I'm excited.
We only did one truck pull together last year as
Yeah,
Boogie
and-
and you.
and Grace, which
Yeah, it was
we,
Grace.
we love Grace.
It was fun.
Not the biggest based on population. Not a big town
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
and
yeah.
no one's used to seeing like a funny man at a
at a pull.
at a truck pull.
Yeah,
Right.
So everyone was like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm playing the keyboard. Let's have some fun. Who wants a T-shirt?" And they're like,
Well, that
"Dude,
would be kind of cool. Have you both as flaggers and both mic'd up, and you're doing.
Oh, my God.
You're coming at you.
Oh, that would be
Oh,
priceless.
I'm gonna have-
Priceless.
I
I
could just.
I'll have the headset. I can't be trusted with the flags.
yeah.
I get too
Yeah.
excited.
Too much moving. Cheech and John.
It's fun to go back and forth at Sublimity with both of us with headsets and Scott up there. That would be
Oh boy,
hilarious. But he would always get like his brain works so fast.
We would
He
take-
would always get the last word.
we would take a historically long show and make it even longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way too many
How many
bits.
hooks?
I can,
Might as well
I
have
can,
300
I can
heads.
already hear it. I can already hear it at Sublimity. Kenny's flagging, and here comes Gish getting ready to come down the track. Kenny's gonna go. Gish is gonna stop right there.
Yeah.
I'll just be out there. I'll high five you as you pass by.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, I want to ride with Gish. Can I flag from the cab?
Yeah.
Sure.
There you go.
It'd just be the green flag the whole
Yeah,
time.
no, it's like
Yeah.
Gish, it's green. It's green. I got it. It's right here. It's green. Go.
His wife does that enough. He doesn't need you.
Right. Yeah.
So Tyler missed our conversation about I got to tell you guys about on the Bigfoot thing when we did the Bigfoot on the sled in Tremont.
Oh yeah.
Tyler was like a 3-year-old, so excited.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, he was
Dude. Well, and
amped up over that.
what's
and
so cool is that that hasn't been done for years. I mean, since like the late 80s.
Yeah.
37 is, I think
Yeah.
that's what the number we finally
yeah.
landed on. Since
And-
for 37
And no
years.
one's like ever, nobody has not a lot, I shouldn't say nobody, but not a lot of people have the team and the knowledge and the good, group of people like we all work together to do that. And when we did the Insanity Tour mixed, with, the truck pulling, it was like a no-brainer. If we can make this happen and if Bigfoot's on board, which they were, they're like, okay, let's try it. And it originally was just supposed to be the reel that we made, and then to do it, and then we're like,
In show.
it worked too well.
Yeah.
Let's do it in front of however many thousands of people
Yeah.
are there, and they loved it. And so then we did it again in Idaho Falls, which people again loved it. It was a lot of fun, dude. And for me, being a monster truck nerd, oh come on, you can't
Yeah.
be.
Well, and he's not giving himself enough credit too, because he turned into a 3-year-old, but also turned into a Quentin Tarantino, because he's like, okay, we need this shot, we need this. I think we had 8 cameras rolling on that.
Yeah,
and
one of the
unfortunately, like 3 of them died
Yeah.
in the process. But
Well,
it was
that's
like,
pretty cool. I thought it
Yeah.
was cool how you guys put that all together, though. That was really neat.
Yeah,
well,
well,
he did it on his damn phone.
Yeah.
Didn't you?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
except for the onboard shots were all GoPros, but
Yeah.
the other editing stuff, yeah, we just did it right off the phone. And
So insane.
if you just
That is insane.
and it took us maybe a half hour. Most of
Him,
it,
not
the
me.
shortest part was the actual pull. That
That-
was
Right.
only like 12 seconds.
and that would have taken
And then
me
the other
a week.
40 minutes was us just setting up all the camera angles. And
Yeah.
like, okay, hold on. I need to film this. You guys need to stand over here, pretend like you're talking, hold, put your hands in your pockets and like
Yeah.
all this stuff. So it's like, you know,
And of course, the ones that have gone viral are ones that people from the grandstands that see it. And yeah. That's
Bigfoot liked
That's
it.
awesome.
We had
Yeah.
a great time.
Yeah.
And it's historic. That was cool.
absolutely.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially being Bigfoot. Yeah.
Well, and what's
Yes.
funny is he almost made a full pull
Yeah.
the first time.
It was- Thanks, Wendell.
Wendell's like, hold on, let me pull up a 303. Hold on 1 second. Oh, there. Okay, use this one for the video.
Okay, disclaimer.
It was a little movie magic.
There's not enough money in the world to get Wendell to do that during a pull.
No.
It was one monster truck. There was no other contestants.
It was
You got to know our audience here.
It was just a little movie magic. And I was
Yeah.
like, how far did it go? He's like 289. I was like, oh dang. 300. He's like, what about 305?
Hold on. There's a bigger one here. Hold on.
But I think he actually did do a full pull.
Yeah, no, in the show, like
In the
Wendell.
show.
But this is the beauty of Wendell and the art that he puts into that sled is you guys are able to like now you're used to it. Like we did not do a single reset, or everybody liked. I don't think anybody came back again, if I remember right, on the test pull. But you guys have got that thing figured out, and nobody's asking for anything else, and you guys are just like, "Yep, we made the right choice with it." And that's I can't even imagine, like with all the options that you have, what it takes. That muscle memory. How many years have you been operating a sled, Wendell?
Since 03, I believe.
Wow.
And how old are you?
43.
Forgot 23. There you go.
23.
That's hard.
Been doing it since he's 14 years old. That's the wrong math.
That math doesn't math. Yeah, it was a good time.
It's come a long way since the first sled Wendell had to run too, and he's hanging off the back of that old sled we had back in the early 2000s, single axle.
Now you don't sit down on the seat on that thing. You hover above it. You hold underneath the dash like you're riding a freaking bull, and then you're.
I've only seen pictures of that one.
He's got the Cadillac now.
Well, no, I take it back. I've seen pictures of it, but actually, I remember back in the day, I've seen it go down the track in Logan, where as a spectator, like I had seen that sled. Digging deep.
It makes a difference in a pull with a quality sled and a quality team to do it. I've seen a lot of truck pulls, obviously not as much as you guys because this is what you do, but there's nothing worse than your 12 to 15 minutes between hooks and you're like,
yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah.
How many do we have? 65?
Yeah.
What? But when you have a high quality team and you're quick and efficient, it's ever since you guys started doing, especially for me in Sublimity, it's raised the bar. It's like so much, it's more consistent. The competition's more consistent.
Oh, yeah.
And the show flow is so much better.
Well, and the thing that a lot of people don't understand, especially those from the Midwest, it was really funny when we started the Pullcast podcast, them reaching out is like, why are the pullers in the arena? Like, why are they not staged out back? Some places we have the opportunity to have a horse track where we can do that, but it's always been about putting your mods on display in the arena, at least around here. And then Skylar introduced that to us after we went and pulled in the Midwest. He's like, hey, we got a horse track here. We're going to try to, sorry, I'm reading the comments.
Yeah.
I love comments, but
I remember that. Yeah. I pulled a water sled before. It's crazy.
I've seen the splashes, but yeah, in order to get the pulls to happen quickly within 3 to 4 minutes per hook, like they're staging the rigs out back. So there's not the big pageantry of pulling out if it's a 4x, like barely being able to steer it and then backing up to the sled. And we don't, most of the venues we don't have that option to do it. But Butch Krieger, like famously, like he would build that anticipation when you couldn't see the mods. But if you go to a pull in the Midwest, there's some badass mods coming. So That's
what you're talking about there too, Kenny, is, like with staging from the back and coming in and everything, and being able to stage all the equipment out there so people can see it. I like that really well, because one reason is we get to watch the track and what the track's doing.
Yeah.
And we can start adjusting and figure things out. When Gish and I went to Illinois this past year, the show, two classes in, and we're already in line.
Yeah.
And we never got to look at the track and
Yeah.
never watch to see what the track was doing until we actually were pulling on the track to pull.
Thank God we had Brian Humphrey out there was watching us for it. And I was texting Brian, all right, where are we putting him? Go to the left, stay to the left side. All right, sounds good. And we're going left. Yep, go left. Okay.
And on the other hand, like you say, that keeps a flowing
Oh,
show
Yeah.
that does not stop.
Yep. Well, and where I got tainted on that is, and Ryan knows this, and that's why if you come to a Thain Motorsports pull or a Live a Little pull, guess what's right under the announcer stand is a West Motor Company pickup with the display board on it.
Mhm.
Because if you decide to park underneath my announcer stand and warm up while somebody else is going down the track, I get frustrated when I can't do my job, because all they hear is an alcohol motor warming up in my microphone, and I'm like, why am I here? Like, it's
I purposely told a couple of our monster guys, just drive underneath.
Yeah.
Dusty. What's up, buddy? Love Dusty.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Swept line Dodge guy, him own self, right, John?
Uh-huh.
But yeah, no, it's a lot, but just that unique dynamic of being able to do that. And I get it. And that's what, because we had the opportunity, I think, to stage in back at Blackfoot, and we were going to do it because we knew we had, like, we were going to get a fine of $500 for every 10 minutes we were late starting. And for, I don't remember, it was a different fine for however much we went late the very first year we got that, because that was hard to get that show.
Wow.
And so but it was substantial. Like, it was going to hurt if we started late or if we finished late. Because famously, originally that pull would go well into the morning hours, and they want people back out on the midway spending money. So, and we're like, well, we know how to do it. We're going to stage out back. We're going to line them up on that horse track by class. We're going to get it done. And then the fair said, no, we want to see the trucks in the arena. Okay. But we've got it figured out. Like, I feel like we've got it pretty well figured out, that people are getting really good at getting staged up and everything like that. And it was funny because Skylar was like, originally, I'm probably letting way too many secrets, but he's like, I'm going to tell them they got 2 minutes to get hooked on. And then Candy Reedy came to me and she goes, it takes me a minute to back up. Like, it takes me a minute to get backed up to the sled. She's like, but I do a stoppie, because that was the thing that I told Skylar, is I said, tell them and I don't think it ever even came up in the drivers meeting, but I said, tell them if it takes them more than 2 minutes, it better damn well be entertaining. Like, they better do funny, or their crew, whether it's their crew going out and doing YMCA or the Macarena, I don't give a shit. I'm sorry, you probably don't allow swearing on this, and I just did, but I said, you can do it as long as it is entertaining if it takes you a little bit longer. And it was funny because I was talking to Candy right out of the gate. She goes, just so you know, it takes me a little while to back up. And I don't think that this ever came up. And I said, but she goes, I do. She's like, I pop the back tires up when I back up the sled. I'm like, gotcha. Because usually it's brichettes that I wind up saving that to explain the weight bar and how much weight and how the sled differentiates that the pressure on the tires and everything. So it worked out great. Like, she was the only one that it took a little bit longer to do it, but she also gave me a perfect opportunity to explain how the weight bar works and how much weight really is out in front of those 4x. So worked out good.
Yeah. I think she was a little aggressive the first night. I think she scared herself that first night. It's like,
She scared me.
Yeah, no kidding. I was like, oh my God, she got that up there.
I'll say right now, that wouldn't be the first time that chassis's done that.
Yeah.
Dave Rovella did a heck of a wheel standing that thing at Hollister back in the early 90s.
Really?
And then,
Wow.
and then Nick did a good one coming out of holes at Plymouth one year. Actually, he almost brought all four wheels off the ground.
Well, Burchett's truck is so cool because it like almost floats. It's not
Yeah.
like a flip up and down.
He's got so much weight
Burchett's it
on
like kind of sits up and then it kind of slowly sets back down.
Yeah, he's
Burchett's
got so much weight on it that like
Oh.
even just like shifting it picks the
yeah,
back tire.
exactly.
And
Well,
we
and a perfect example of trucks coming out on a track and doing funny things, and like Keny was doing rear wheelie, going back to sled, is Larry Lopes used to do it all the time. He'd leave one hub unlocked. He'd come out on the track,
Oh, yeah.
the front brakes, spin the truck 90 degrees, and then back up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. Yeah.
A lot.
Yep.
Another guy I miss really bad.
Well,
He's
he's
almost back out. He's almost back out.
You
I
say
got
he's
a what?
sublimity?
I said you need to come to Liberty. We'll see you.
Be there.
Nothing on
Is
that
he
one.
gonna be there?
I'm hoping so.
I'm gonna
Hoping
be a
so.
fallen mess, I'm afraid, if I show up at Sublimity. I'm just gonna be like a family reunion of people that I actually like.
Just bring your Tahoe. It'll be all right.
And I'll have to drive it there in second gear, though, is the problem.
All the way. All the way.
Wendell,
You don't need
you
30.
think we
Keny,
can
I
bang
don't
that
have
out?
anyone riding with me. You can be the passenger princess.
There you
No.
go.
No.
Wow, that was quick. No.
He didn't even think about it, did he?
No.
107. Oh, there she is.
That's awesome, Candy. Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
I can imagine.
I gotta say, I've seen some videos. Kenny's been doing a good job driving that truck.
She's been doing a great job driving that truck.
Oh.
Yep.
A little too good, maybe.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
I've really
Too
enjoyed having her.
dusty.
Enjoyed having Candy and Tommy at these pulls this year.
Oh.
They're been a good
Such-
addition. to have.
Such an amazing family. Yep. Great people. Great,
Yeah.
great people. Yep.
Just hide the moonshine. Yeah,
Yeah, just gotta hide the moonshine.
Hide the moonshine.
I do it. Yes, she was feeling pretty good that night. Window in the damn moonshine. Yeah.
Why do you guys like that? Like, I love moonshine.
It's
But-
thick. Dude, that's you're
Like, sweet milk. You're just asking for it.
yeah.
Like, why punish yourself?
I promise all the pullers that want to hang around after the show some fun. That's the best way to do it. Bring out the moonshine. They love it.
Yeah, but
Ask Vinendal about the Portuguese diesel that I brought to Susanville.
Oh yeah. Good stuff.
He
Yeah,
liked
the
it.
stuff they had was like it was creamy. It was
Yeah.
a milk based moonshine.
and it
it
tasted wonderful, but you knew
Yeah.
the second you took a hit of
Oh.
it, like it's like getting drunk on Irish cream without the coffee.
yeah, it's gonna
That's
tear
basically the
your gut up.
buttered pecan and banana. What?
banana, yeah. They were good, but
Yeah, no, they were wonderful, but
yeah.
in my
Chris,
limits.
Chris Daniels the other day sent us a text message, and it was a home kit still that goes on your stovetop.
Oh.
And you make your own little bit of liquor. My immediate response to him was, "Yeah, I'll be blowing the whole roof off the house with that damn thing."
No kidding, yeah. All right.
Baby Huey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it. I'm s- yeah,
Ryan, CJ had a question for you. It's a little bit long one. It's a guy because he can't see when he backs up, I guess.
That's because he's too short.
Yeah, he can't see over the back window.
A bright colored piece of duct tape to do it. Sure.
Or have someone help you back up. I mean, I'm just saying.
We're going to catch all kinds of crap from him, Jason.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
One of the hardest parts for the hookers that are guiding these guys in is knowing where the driver's looking.
Right.
Are you
Yeah.
coming to the side to look down their mirror? Are they looking out the back? Are they looking for a guy in front of them? So that guy knows where he needs to be to, bring him in. 'Cause every truck's got a different way of doing it,
I had a student one time. We were pulling in Stockton, and started off. She's sitting there doing this, and does this, and then does this, and the next thing I know,
Bam!
let's go damn hard, and she was still like this.
When you get whiplash, you know you're far enough.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was fun. Let's
Exactly
do
what
more of
happened.
those. Have you got any more questions like that, John? Let's do more of those. That's fun. Like people are watching about pulling. Let's. What class does Chris drive, by the way, that asked that question?
Pro mod.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Pro mod. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Dusty was drinking the Portuguese moonshine the other night too.
Break clean on your lips.
What is Portuguese moonshine?
Doesn't sound like you want to know.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Says the guy that's been kicking ass lately. Good
Yeah.
Lord. God.
Jesus, really?
Garrett's been whooping on us like,
Jeez.
yeah.
And he wins car show trophies with that damn thing.
Right? No kidding.
That kid's been on a tear. He's driving good.
That's what
Yep.
I hear.
The best part about it is that kid staying humble, and that is amazing. I love it.
That's cool. That'll
Yep.
get you a long ways.
Stay humble. Yep. That's cool.
What else we got? Somebody ask us a hard one.
Yeah.
This is
Good.
interactive.
Yeah, Dusty will come
Isn't
up with
it?
something.
Sure. Like,
But no, it's
I just work here. I haven't paid yet. But I work here.
nope.
Right.
You got the big check.
Can't cash it anywhere.
I can answer this one. I'm going.
Who's going to win Wigamucka?
Who's going to win a mucka, huh?
I
Who's
know
gonna
Chris
win
is
it?
going. I'm going.
Oh, who's going to?
Reed's
I thought
going. There's quite a few going.
it's the same night as Blackfoot?
Yeah.
Or Weekend on the Edge?
Well, I like, but yeah.
Well, who cares then if they're not going to Blackfoot?
I'm sure a senior citizen.
Careful.
Oh, boy.
That's awesome.
Well, I got a question. Wendell, when you getting your cap?
Yeah.
It's right out here.
It's outside the door right now.
He's got it. It's just not on.
I ain't sure.
Yeah.
We talked about that a year and a half ago.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
something more important we had to get done before the cab. So
And we had a lot of snow this last winter.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah.
Wendell
we're
don't
working
want
on
to get too soft.
Well, why don't you guys go over your schedule a little bit? What between all you guys? What you got guys coming up?
Jesus.
Well-
You did ask. I did ask for a hard question.
You said to ask the question, so here you go.
Get in the truck and show up where they tell me to go.
Well, Wendell, did you at least, or Ryan, did you at least mount a pad there for Tilly so she can sit there without getting beat to crud to make videos?
He's just not sitting there ever again. That was the funnest part of she was getting on there for one truck. And it was the first truck of the mod class in Sublimity. And then I told her, I says, Kay, you're stuck there till this class is over. And this is the biggest class in Sublimity. Like, what do you mean? It's like, it's a weight change. You're stuck right there until this class is over.
Are you calling me fat?
But yeah, her butt was pretty sore by the time you
That's
guys all
funny.
got.
Well, does the new cab have at least a second seat in it?
in the new
Yes,
cab,
it
we
It
does.
does. Okay, good.
It's
Yeah,
amazing how many people want to jump up there and ride there and see the whole thing.
It's so much fun. Dude,
I remember when we stuck Kelsey and Brian's at Yerington that time. She was just,
oh yeah. Yeah, she didn't want to get out. She had a blast. Yeah, she loved it.
Didn't we talk about me announcing from the cab one time, Wendell?
There you
Hey,
go.
so you can do it.
Huh.
By seating your own seatbelt, those new cabs, so you can climb right in there and do it.
Yeah, I bet that little jump seat might be a little narrow for my behind, but
Yeah, it'd be all right.
It's a pretty good
It's
size.
it's unreal how rough it is in there. How much it moves around and
Yeah.
slamming around. It is unreal. It's cool though, but I bet you're probably sore after good truck pulls.
Yeah,
I know.
that's crazy stuff.
We do got a couple more videos that Brian sent. Let's go to this one.
That thing
Yes, you went further than
screams.
Like it was hauling.
That thing's a
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
runner. That
First
is a
night he
runner.
hit his rev limiter at 9,200 RPM on
Yep.
base gas.
Yeah.
12 times. I think he said 12 times at 9,200 on that thing.
Yeah, that's that Ford. That's that Ford suspension right there.
Yeah.
Then get this one.
That
That's
was
awesome.
awesome. Trev.
Love the diesels.
Down there, almost didn't. It is like it's almost not wanting to light, and it finally just.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was that Friday or Saturday? Which do you remember what pass that was?
That was. I don't remember. I got
The
it.
Saturday caught on fire at the end. That's in one of the videos that guy has. You see the flame coming up the top
Yeah.
behind the hood, between the windshield and the hood.
That must have been Saturday.
That was on Friday night. Friday.
Well, the air changed a bunch between the two nights, did it not?
A little bit, yeah.
There's a lot of air.
Yeah.
A lot of air there.
Well, for us, for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we're not used to having that much air.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's normal.
So there was a picture I found that I want to put on here to talk.
Okay.
We talked a little bit about before the show, and was just talking about setups and everything else was this one.
Yeah.
What a great picture.
And
That
that's
is
on
cool.
the takeoff. That's on. You see guys doing a fist bump and everything else at the end, but you never see a fist bump at the takeoff.
Yep.
He'll hold that fist out all the way down the track.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The video that that one guy, I think his name is Mike, made of he made a bunch of the
Yeah.
polls. The one he made of this one was really rad.
Yes,
He's
it
all in
was.
slow motion. It's super sweet.
He's looking at the crowd, pumping his fist while flying down the track. Yeah.
We have
no
to
problem.
give that guy a shout out. Was it 208?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome videos.
Incredible
Oh,
creator. Incredible.
fantastic. Yes.
I
Yeah.
was doing another show in Rexburg, and then I was watching these as they were coming, and I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
what are you guys
Yeah.
doing over there? Like, it just made it look super fun.
It
He
was.
made it look good. His videos,
Yeah.
his videos made us look good.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, I forgot to point out that night, Saturday night, we did 3 shows for little.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
Tyler was doing one here, just a little bit from home base. Missed his flight. That's why he's still here, because we're headed for Watford City, North Dakota at 6 a.m. And anybody know where that is?
North Dakota.
It's the 17th largest growing city in North Dakota.
Oh, this is going to be a good show.
Yeah.
Um,
That's probably not true, but it sounds good.
I love it.
Maybe it's 12.
But yeah, so we did one here, and then we also did a sold out show in Springdale, Arkansas.
Yeah.
So from our bull screwed up beginnings that we dang near failed and should have crashed and burned. Like
3
that's
shows, 3 time zones, and a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
It was
Yep.
kind of crazy. And
Well,
whoever was running each show was very jealous of the other person
Yeah.
running the other show. I was like, I want to be in Coeur d'Alene.
I'm not gonna lie, I was
And
right where I wanted to be.
Skylar's like, this is pretty cool, but Arkansas seems pretty cool too.
That did
And it's
Springdale
like,
last
just-
year,
it's fun.
and I call it the chafing town.
Springdale?
Oh, the humidity, and it was so hot. Like
Last time I went out there, I got off the plane, I started sweating. I just turned around. I was like, can you just fly me back, please?
Yeah.
Never mind, I'm just kidding.
Just kidding. 99%.
We all walked like we'd been on horseback for a month by the time we got done with
Right.
that shit.
I got to my rental car and I realized I did not pack enough shirts. I'm just going to sweat through all these.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so we don't have Chris on the night. Chris usually does a question at near the end, and we'll start it off. We'll go ahead and do it for him tonight. Keny, we'll start off with you. If you had a chance to pull any vehicle anywhere, what would it be and where?
Wow. I got a couple of bucket list things right there, but probably the one that I would want to drive is the first one that I saw that diesels were changing, and that would be Ryan's brother Terry's truck kicking gas, and it was supposed to be at the farm machinery show, and I would like to make that happen. Like, I would love to drive kicking gas at the National Farm Machinery Show. But I want to win too. Can that be part of the answer? Like, claim a victory for the West at the Farm Machinery Show?
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be unbelievable.
Tyler?
Oh. I'm going to go with just an easy one, but it's the coolest in my opinion. One of the coolest. I got a special delivery. I got to drive it. That thing is. I grew up watching that in Sublimity my whole life, and every time it comes on the track, I'm like, oh boy. Here we go. I think it just looks gnarly. That just would be anywhere. I don't care where it is.
Number 2 for me was Alimony at Sublimity.
Oh, yeah,
Just
that'd
saying.
be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I think special delivery. Yeah, I agree with you, Tyler. Yep, that would be the one to drive. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just the way that thing works is so wild. It's just almost perfect almost every time.
Yep.
Wendell?
Oh, I like the Barnstormer, honestly. I'm a tractor guy.
Oh,
Some color, but
that'd be cool.
I'll still drive it.
That's the right color.
That's nah. Hey, he does own some green equipment. We did find that out.
Yeah. Chris does have some green at his farm. Not very much, but there is
It's
some.
painted black, but it's
How about you, Ryan?
Well, let's see. The last two shows, I already said the Raging Bull and special delivery, so I got to find something new. Actually, I tell you what I'd like to drive is Eric Stacy's Smoking You.
Mm.
I'd like to get behind the wheel of that one time.
Yeah.
Except maybe with a Dodge body on it.
Yeah. Right on.
We do have one change to our schedule. Actually, that John, if you still got that handy, pull that. Yeah, we'll hit Blackfoot Labor Day weekend and then up to Sublimity, back to Weekend on the Edge. By the way, Weekend on the Edge is getting some attention. It is open entry, but it is online right now. If we get too many, we will close it. So if you're wanting to come to Ogden, Weekend on the Edge, get onto Weekend on the Edge, it's edgeproducts.com, and you get registered. All the classes are in there.
Because I'm older than I used to be.
But the
And I can't announce that one.
Klamath Falls is canceled.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So that one's out.
Yep. Thanks for that, Ryan. That was the other thing I was supposed to say. I got wrapped up in a moment.
And I think Yakima's full, Blackfoot's full. I don't know about Kennewick. If it's, do you know, Keny, if that one's already booked up, all the invitationals on that?
I don't think it is.
I think there's some left.
Reach out to Skylar
I think there's a couple left.
or to Live a Little. So
Oh, Mac, you're good. Yeah. Love to see you back
Yeah.
out here again.
Nice. Good deal.
Manual. So, but
Sweet,
yeah,
guys.
I put over that. We talked about where Keny's going next and Thain is going next. You did have a little thing here, just real quick. I was going to get this out there for you, Ryan.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Wow, color coded. Good grief.
So if you go to Thain Motorsports on Facebook, you can go on here and you can find the map and everything, and for where you need to go for Edge weekend on the Edge. So,
Yeah, and the tech section on there, weekend on the Edge is going to be one of the ones that you're lined up out back. Coming across the scales, a couple of rigs before you're running. So that's the only one that we put on that's like that. But
thank you.
Yeah, be ready for that.
Sorry, John. I didn't.
but yeah, I mean,
You're such a dork. This guy. Where'd y'all find this guy?
What's in your drink over there, Keny?
Powerade.
Nothing.
See how I answered that fast for you?
Yeah, thanks.
Got you.
Get that moonshine.
Powerade. Electrolytes.
Right.
And they're working. Ooh. Oh,
but hey, really like to thank you guys for coming on tonight.
Yeah.
It's always a blast to sit down with you guys and have a BS session either on here or even in person. Always a great time with you guys, and hopefully we can do a lot more.
yes.
Yeah.
So
Time.
let me play this out real quick, and then stick around.